But yeah, we're gonna continue right where we last left off, which was at the end of prologue. Oh shoot, turbo mode's on. I keep forgetting about turbo mode. I never had a dormitory either. Even when I was in college. I lived with my, well, I lived with my parents. Oh my god, I forgot about this. I forgot about the Beach Boys! We're the Beach Boys, everybody! Oh, look at that. His family. That must be his little sister. She's adorable. They kind of... Huh.
Time to get going.
Oh, it feels so nice to be able to hear these guys. How I've missed Rean's voice.
Oh, Rean.
Oh my god, wait. We're gonna go...
Morning, Elliot.
Oh. Oh, we're gonna be able to see my favorite guy. We're gonna hear him better. Woohoo!
Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
I completely forgot about this, but I'm so glad I did because I love it.
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Yeah, the girls wanted to get the hell away from me as far as they could because they know the minute I get a hold of them, it's gonna be the Beach Boys and girls, boys!
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
You're not sensing? What the hell are you, a monster?
Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone?
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me that threw off. Oh, here we go. Really, Alisa?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
Yeah, don't make it any more obvious. Don't make it any more obvious than what you already did.
We'll see you in class.
Honestly, Rean, I would just give up. She is so not worth the trouble.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
She's a girl. Depending on the person that you choose, it's not impossible.
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
Elliot, I have nothing on that. I can't help you with that one.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
Well, I mean, to be fair, her boobs landed in his face. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is on your first day of school, that your boobs land in the face of somebody else? Not exactly the kind of impression you want to have on a classmate. Just saying.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is. What with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those two.
So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Alisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can. Whatever that may be.
Well, if... You know what, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all.
Well, Machias certainly is.
But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Jusis and Alisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then.
Ow.
Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, okay, Elliot. What are you talking about? You've lost me.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Jusis and Laura.
What about them?
I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both...
That's the
and
problem.
Jusis's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Jusis every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Okay, at least they see it's purely one-sided with Machias. It's not like Jusis is just, you know, being a prick. I don't think he's shipping as much as he is, being jealous that they're nobles. Well, not jealous, he don't know how to talk to them because they're of higher standing.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
Yeah, Machias really is that kind of student that would just sit there and brag about his GPA being that high. And then he'd go on to say, well, at least I worked hard for it. And it's like, you know, Machias, you don't need to be a prick about it.
It's not all Machias either. Jusis seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
I mean, yeah, he does, admittedly. But the majority of the fights are caused by Machias because Machias can't get over his issue with the nobles.
I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
I don't think there is. He's too stuck in the fact that he thinks nobles are just
And that's
all
what we'd be
stuck-up
if we weren't in Class
pricks.
7.
And not all of them are, as we will find out.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though,
Yeah.
to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Yeah, well, somebody better help him take off one of those chips before he hurts somebody.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Ah, what the hell? They're not even in your way! You're
Class 7, you see.
a pompous jerkwad, I see. Yes, I'm half naked. What's your problem? I mean, really, come on, say it. You got a problem? I ain't afraid to show 'em, man.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you?
Says the greaser with too much hair gel.
Come on. We're leaving.
Good. Have a nice day. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
A word of
Bye!
advice, you might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
I think it's adorable that you think I care. Bye! Don't let the door hit you on the way out, you pompous assholes.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
They don't have the guts to say that to Jusis. They don't.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles.
You don't say.
Thank goodness Laura and Jusis aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Oh, don't get me even started. If they were, Machias would never shut up about it.
That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives.
With their servants and butlers.
It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
How so not impressive?
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
Do I have to?
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide.
Stand, bow,
I never had this either.
be seated.
Clash is incessant, boys.
As I'm sure you're all well aware,
What the hell?
was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Okay. Not gonna say it.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at it. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rice Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy.
I honestly feel like I'm in school right now and I don't like it.
Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel first began gathering his army was... Rean, would you care to tell the class?
Sure. The place where Dreikel first started to gather his army was... the Nord Highlands. A region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Sforza. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the Vagabonds for some time. The Venga boys. He lived with the Venga boys. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yee. Aww. I thought you didn't like me though, Alisa. Guess you didn't need my help after all. No, unlike you, I do study. Nerd. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you gain AP. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes.
Yeah, Devil, that is something that seems to be a constant in most of the media, even to today, where it's always about how one side is prickly and unapproachable and just overall just not very nice. And then you have the other side that's like, oh, woe is me, do you not see our plight? And it's kind of stupid.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
You're not wrong. Sleep is beautiful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Yeah, Sylvie, that is one thing I picked up on. It's not a day off, yet I sleep all day. So, then what is that called if that's not, in fact, a day off?
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then.
Devil, have you played this game before? Because if so, I don't know how she manages it. I don't, concerning if you know what this woman does in her free time.
Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
It's a military school. What did you expect?
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement.
Yes, ma'am.
About a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna say this much. It's a miracle she's as beautiful as she is with the hobby she has.
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, Devil, because it's a very big series. And when I first heard of it, it was because the cover art looked pretty and I was bored looking for a game. I didn't know it was a part of this even bigger series. I didn't know that until maybe the third game? It might have been the third game. Or no, maybe it was at the end of the second game. Because they do sprinkle out Easter eggs of their other games in these ones. But unless you've played those games, it can be completely lost. I've only ever played this series to this line here. Trails of Cold Steel. I've only ever played that from start to finish. I have not played any of the newer games that have come out, and I've never played any of the older ones. The minute I see Crow or Rean in one of them is the moment that I go after the game. But since this series is over, I don't suspect that I'll see them in the upcoming games, because technically their arcs are over. And I don't want snapshots, people. I want continuous viewing of these guys, because I love some Crow. The gymnasium looks... The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'll have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Well, you've joined a club already. Which one did you pick? I decided to try for band. Ooh. Though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you, Gaius? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. I mean, I'll look at it, and I will check the trailers out, but I am so attached to Crow, Rean, and this crew that it's hard to just move onto a next series. Because I will say this, and I'm not going to go any further than this. This game goes through the start of Class 7's first class, and it watches them grow up into somewhat adulthood, or at least like a year or two after their graduation. Then you get to see the new Class 7. And I thought... I didn't like that at first, because I thought when I was playing one of the games that when they had me play from someone else's perspective, I'm like, where the hell is the guy I've been playing? Where's my crew? Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. But yeah, I will check it out, but I don't know, because I don't think it's fair to not give them a legitimate chance because it doesn't have the people I like. But the last thing I need is someone else to fawn over, because I fawn the everlasting hell out of Crow. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. I thought you'd be sleeping all day, Instructor Sarah. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. Oh God, here we go. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go and get it. Though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open till quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Jesus, this lady is coming on to him strong. I have not, Selby. I have only played the 4 games for this particular series. I beg your pardon, what? What? I didn't know that! Oh no. Oh no. My wallet, it can't take that. No! Oh god damn it. I knew it. I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking now. You aren't harassing her, are you, jerk? Oh, little lost little... Blah, 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 blah. Oh, lost little lamb, worry no longer. For I, Vincent, the noble escort... Oh my god. My god, these people are just... If I remember correctly, the student union building should be to the east of the main building. Doesn't seem like this is too urgent. Though, so maybe I'll... Yeah. No, this is in fact urgent. Yes, we know what the auditorium is for. Can you imagine going to a school this big? The pool, huh? Yeah, no thanks. I didn't even go to the library when I was in school. I avoided that like the freaking plague. This is in fact urgent, and you will all see why later. Jeez. You can always tell one of our students apart from the others, can't you? Hello, Machias. For the love of... Really, Machias? What's wrong? It's nothing. Uh-huh. God forbid a noble actually studies, correct? Yep, Jusis is right here. But yeah, God forbid that poor kid should, you know, study. You have problems, Machias. If I'm not mistaken, this is the class building? Yep, it is.
This should be the Student Union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the Student Council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Hello, precious.
How's it going?
I'm doing good.
Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Oh. Harder, you say.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay.
Will do.
Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Oh, a trick, you say.
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
Okay, before I continue this, let me tell you something really fascinating. I'll have to send a picture of it. But when I told you guys that my dad got the deluxe version of this game for the PS4, meaning I've got all the DLC, I got a music disc, and I also got a little 50 mirror coin. It won't be apparent why that's important until much later, but I have a 50 mirror coin.
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
You can talk dirty to me any day of the week, Crow. Pay attention, guys. I'll let you dictate where this coin's going. So pay very close attention.
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Okay, guys, which hand do you think it's in? Right, we'll go.
Too bad.
Guess you win. Usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50...
It's Crow's now. You can't have it. It's
Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm
Oh,
going.
he's a thief, all right. He stole my heart and he ran away with it.
Though if it
I'll
is
see
open
you
air,
later,
at least
crew,
there's no real rush.
darling.
I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
And yet, Crow is somehow a genius. Hope I'm not interrupting. Knock, knock, mother effer, I'm up.
Hello?
Hello.
Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption.
Why, hello, Toa.
Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Rean Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Hey, hey, hey. No hitting on her now.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
I love her. She's so sweet.
The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe.
How is it hard to believe?
So, the reason I've come here...
Damn it, Rean, why'd you do that?
Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see... Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
Student notebooks.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf.
Ugh.
Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
It's alright, Toa.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
I love how his face just went deadpan like, God damn it.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy.
Right. Always.
And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So, you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right?
What? I don't recall anything of the sort.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
That son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class?
No.
She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Ah, goddamn.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Why, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment.
Well, technically there kind of was.
But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day. And drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks.
So our instructor has basically volunteered us for something that we did not agree to.
Dusk already? What a
That's...
day.
Hold up. That's dusk to you? That, sir, is what I call nighttime.
I can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rean Schwarzer speaking.
Good dog, my favorite little wunderkind.
The fuck?
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
What the hell, Sarah?
If this is how you treat your favorite little wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors.
No, not at all.
But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council.
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president. So, Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Jusis and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
Yeah, you are.
But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special.
Oh. Am I now?
Surely even you can see that, no?
Well,
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
wait, what are you drinking?
I was about to say, what the hell was that sound?
Beer, of course.
She's my kind of lady. I'm going to her house. I'll see you all next week.
It's the weekend, and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome.
Oh yeah, totally my woman.
If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the big gust that comes along.
But what if I like to fly?
And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew, and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
Well, first, if it's possible, I'm gonna go visit
If I
Crow.
don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Unconventional studies. But, wait. Can I go visit the commoner's dorm? No! I don't care about this. I want to go to the commoner's dorm. Well, I can't go to his room just yet. This appears to be a vacant room. Ooh. Vacant, you say, eh? Now, mommy, I'm coming right on in. Hope you're decent. Hey there, Rean. Something the matter? Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Oh, thanks. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Rean, what is in his hands? What do you think? Sorta, it's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. Oh my. Oops. No. That's not what I hit. I don't think you're old enough for that just yet, Selby. Fuck, I keep hitting the wrong button. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. Jeez. much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Why? Why would you say that? This music is so nice to listen to. Spoken like a true music nerd. Well, I mean, that's his violin. He was fingering it. His words, not mine. His words, not mine! Talk. This should be Maki. Oh, god damn it. Who is it? Your worst nightmare. It's me, Rean. I've got something for you. So open your goddamn door. Be right there. Sorry to make you go through all the trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? So I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You're second in the class. You're a nerd. You say you like to do hard work, and by that you have to be studious. Need I say more? You got pencil marks all over the side of your hands. There's also that. Well then, you should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be plenty hard, though. Agreed. It will be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. Ugh. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Yeah. Good night. Don't study too hard, nerd! Pardon me. Hope you're decent. Evening, Rean. What's up? Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. I was wondering where that'd come in. Thanks. Sorry to make you go through... Blah, blah, blah. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's really got a distinctive feel to it, though. What's that hanging on the wall? That's sort of an ornament made in the North Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You got your brushes out, too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Ha! Will do. Hello? Oh, boy. Who's there? It's me, Rean. I've got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? I was simply reading. Oh, what kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions? Forgive a man for being freaking curious, good sir. Huh? While we may live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you a license to intrude on my private life. Okay, well, fuck you too. Bye. Jusis, you're putting yourself on that list where I don't like people. Don't get a paper cut, you royal promp! Oh, a good heart. I very much doubt that. Fee. Who's there? It's me, Rean. I got something for you. Cheers. She's always asleep. She's like a freaking cat. You have homework, don't you? And I'm not voicing the lines much anymore because it's irritating the actual nuts out of my throat. I apologize, guys. Once the coughing and the irritation in my throat go away, I'm going to try to give it a little bit more oomph to my acting. Laura's room, huh? Well, didn't you see what Toa said? This is 2 weeks into the semester. So, by then, they should be given homework. And you're covered in sweat. Yeah, it was at the very start. It does it kind of fast, so I don't blame you. Practicing with a wooden sword. Okay. Yeah. But that's because Class 7's curriculum is all different from the rest of the classes, so they had to completely redo most of the instructions and whatnot. She's swinging it! She's a swordsman, remember? Wait, have we already done this room? We did not. Emma. She's a swords master, Selby. Control yourself, my friend. You just had to go and say that, didn't you, Emma? You just had to bring that back up. But he didn't do anything wrong, Emma. He held his hands out. It's not like he asked her to fall on his face. What does she need to sort out? What feelings? And this is coming from a woman herself. If I fall and my boobs land in the face of somebody, and he's half as decent as Rean, I'll forgive him after the first few days. I mean, I'm going to be embarrassed every time I look at him because it's going to be the first memory I have of the guy, but still, if my knockers land on a man's face and he's being nothing but gentlemanly about it, saying, I'm not touching, I'm so sorry, are you okay? He's not a perv. He's not a stalker. He's not a creeper. He's just a gentleman who's trying to make the girl feel okay.